Okay, so what we're going to do today, and again, like I mentioned, it's a little, you got to keep up. It's not necessarily difficult, but if you miss a step, you're lost, right? And now I have on the whiteboard here, in red and in blue, different steps that are going to relate to, well, the red we did last time as far as the cosmic shapes, the stars and the bubbles and the circles and that kind of stuff. The blue is what we're going to do today. Oops, I forgot the T in current. Okay, so you should have two layers. One layer that is the background with what appears to be like streams of sunlight from the horizon and the sky background, and that's a mirrored image similar to what I have here. Then we have the cloud. I don't have my cosmic shapes here right now. I'll get back to that. So the background with the sun rays and the sky is layer 1. Layer 2 is the clouds and the island and the cosmic shapes, stars, planets, circles, that kind of thing. And now I'm going to use as the photo example here, right? So a couple of things that I can do, which is kind of, I'm debating about what to do. So I have this photo on layer 3. Okay, let me magnify this a little bit so it's. So on layer 3 I have my portrait. Layer 2 I have the cloud and the island and whatever cosmic things that I have, and then layer 1 is my sun rays and my sky. Okay, so I'm going to work with the portrait right now, and there's a couple of things. If I click on it, up at the top there's a couple of new things that come into play. Now before we get too further down the road, I just want to confirm that you have under Windows and under Workspace Essentials Classic selected. And again, Essentials Classic is really going to save you a lot of time, especially as you're learning Illustrator, because all of the tools that you need are readily available, especially when it comes to changing colors. That's going to be very, very helpful.
Amen.
There you go. Okay. So when I click the black arrow selected. Did you get your portrait picture yet?
Yeah. Did I put it on here?
Yeah, put it on there.
How do I do that?
Oh, well, hold on a second.
Just go through it?
I didn't go through putting the picture on.
Okay. Maybe would you mind?
Not at all. I'll do it on your screen. How about that? Okay. Do you know where your portrait picture is living? Is it in your student number drive?
Yes, indeed, it is. It's right there, actually.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. So now this is in quick access, and I want to talk a little bit the difference between quick access and the student number drive. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to do open file location down here, because and it's just in your downloads. Oh, it's in your downloads. So I'm going to take it from your downloads and put it in your student number drive. Quick access is not necessarily the actual document. Quick access is just letting you know that the document exists. This is a list view. Down here in the right hand corner is the thumbnail view. I'm going to click this and bring it right over. Boink. There we go. Now, the difference between I love it. It's going to be great. The difference between Photoshop and Illustrator when you're looking at a picture is in Photoshop, the photo changes to the size of the document, whereas in Illustrator it does not. It's just full size. Now, I notice that since this is selected, it's on layer 1. It's right here with a little blue dot. I'm going to take my layer 2. Let's do this. I'm going to add a layer. Now it's called layer 3. I'm going to add my portrait picture right to layer 3. So now if I make layer 1 invisible and layer 2 invisible, I still have my picture. I'm going to put that one on top. Seriously, I'm going to put it on top. There we go. Okay. So I've got my other layers, but I'm going to lock them so that I don't accidentally do something to them. Yeah, okay, linked, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now my picture is on here. Now, if I want to, I can hold my shift key down and I can click and drag and make the size of my picture a little bit more the size that I want on the document, okay?
Can you cut the picture? Like, there's no need for all that space on the left.
You are absolutely correct, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So now we can all follow along, okay? So I've got the picture, and with Micah's that he just had, you have all this stuff that you don't need, you just want the portrait. And it's the same with this one. I have this blue background that I don't want, okay? So there's two things that we can do. Now, let me, Mike, I'm going to get yours back up here again. So under Micah, you see this edit in Photoshop, okay? I'm going to do that real quick just because it's going to make, I think it's going to make life a little easier, okay? So if you put your photo onto Illustrator, okay?
I don't know. Oh,
Mr. Mayor,
it's
it's not
great.
letting me, I don't know how to get it in.
Oh, no. Huh?
Yeah, how'd you get it in?
Let me come around and see how we're doing here. Let me see your mouse for a second. Oh, you lock it by clicking right here. Okay. I wonder why you don't have edit in Photoshop. Just keep it like that for right now.
I didn't know what to do. I wasn't here when wasn't here.
You don't have your picture?
I don't have.
I thought we took your picture last time.
Yeah, we did take my picture.
Is it in Google shared with me?
How do you get to that option to edit in Photoshop? Right click?
No.
No,
How come you can't select it?
I don't know.
Really? Okay, let me see. Wait, let go of your mouse.
I'm just gonna, oh wait, that's why. There you go.
Huh. Well, that's a real bummer when it doesn't show up on everything at the same. Oh, click on that. Why does it say reference?
Because that's when I made the layer.
But you didn't call it that, did you?
I didn't call the image that, no.
Mr. Mayor, I'm gonna need some help here.
Okay. Click OK.
Okay.
Why do you keep right clicking?
I don't know. You're gonna have to
Click on Edit Original. See what happens. Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
Oh, wait a second, look at that. That's how we embed it.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
If you want to, yeah, you can. You can. Yeah. Okay, so.
Dude, I can't even get me on there. You haven't sent me the pictures.
I remember sending them to you.
I think that's it.
Google Mail or Google Drive shared with me.
Do you have an elevator key?
Maybe. For a small fee. What?
Oh, I see. It uninstalled Photoshop. That's why it's not.
I can't get me on there.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Mr. Mayor, why you got so many straws?
What?
So click and drag down here. Let go.
Oh, cool.
Because I do.
You don't care about the turtles? I like turtles.
That's why they're here and not in the ocean. I do care about the turtles. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so for those of you who are able to get into Photoshop, so when you put your photo into Illustrator, okay, and you clicked on it. And up near the menus, you had this little button that said Edit in Photoshop. Then, like what I did now, this picture, actually, Micah, this is your monitor, okay? So Micah is able to edit this in Photoshop because now I'm in Photoshop. Now, if for whatever reason, and I don't know the reason, there in a minute, okay? Because I'm going to make this easier. So I have one of my selection tools, and then I do select subject. And so now Micah is selected. Let's do this. Select and mask. So now you can see that just Micah is going to be here. Lower right hand corner, I'm going to do new layer. So now Micah is completely separated. Now, this is the cool part, I think. I don't know. So I'm just going to click and hold. I'm going to drag him down to Illustrator, down at the bottom. Click back up and let go. Let me try that again. Click on Micah. Click and drag down to Illustrator. Why do you keep doing that? Okay. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. Now, for those of you who just to have, let me do this. So let's take this photo that was originally in Photoshop, or I'm sorry, Illustrator. Okay. And Micah, now you're going to have to follow my instructions. So I click on the photo that I'm using. Illustrator. In Illustrator, I click on the photo that I'm using. And up at the top here, with my selection arrow selected, you see Edit Original Image Trace, and you see this little arrow next to Image Trace. Okay? And you click on that little arrow, and this other menu comes down. So it's one of the secrets of when you're clicking around in a computer program. If you see 3 dots or you see a little arrow, click on it and see what happens. So I have all of these different ways that this photo is going to become an Illustrator image or a vector image. I can do 3 colors or 6 colors or 16 colors. 3 or 6 is going to give me what I want for my Peter Max. So first I'm going to choose 3. I click 3 colors. Yeah, sure, you can. Absolutely. Go ahead and choose 3. And so what it's doing is it's looking at all the different colors and shades and separating them into shapes. Now this is terrible because I don't see any detail to Micah's face. So I'm going to undo.
What happened to the image that was put in?
It's still there. I just made it invisible.
Why so?
Because more people are here. So this is the photo that was put onto Illustrator, not through Photoshop. Photoshop has nothing to do with this image right now. Okay? It's just a photo that's in Illustrator. Now I'm going to try Image Trace. I'm going to try 6 colors and see if that's going to help me any more. At the very top under the word Help up by the menus.
A little bit better. A little bit better.
Yes. So that is a distinct possibility. When I look at my Peter Max example, this might do actually pretty good. Actually, I like this. Now, just for learning, I'm going to go 16 colors and see what happens when I choose 16 colors.
16. Wow.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of colors.
So you can see now, this is the interesting thing. I like this a lot, right? And when I compare it to my Peter Max portrait, I don't know. 16 might be the way to go. I don't know, right? But we will, if I want to change it back, I still have the photo and I can still put it in and redo it. So now this is the tricky part. This is the part that is going to make or break those who are listening to me. Okay?
I'm listening.
Cool. So you see this word expand up at the top. Click on expand.
Mix it all, yeah.
Right? So what just happened was, when Illustrator separated each different value and color, it made it into a shape. Now you see the shapes. So now I come up to Object and Ungroup. Ungroup.
Wait, hold up. With the ungroup.
Up.
Boom.
Okay. Now nothing has changed yet.
Absolutely nothing.
So I click off of the image, and now when I move my mouse over it, you can see the different shapes are selected.
Wow.
So I click on everything I don't want, and I delete it.
No, there's so many like tiny dots.
Right. There's so many tiny little dots. So this is another challenging part. I have my selection arrow. I'm going to make a rectangle around as many dots as the portrait. Zoom. Oh, now you can see I've got some of this shoulder selected here. So move. Okay. Okay. So now what's cool is as I move my mouse over different parts, you can see how shapes are identified. Now this is a shape in Illustrator, so if I want to, I could come up and I could change the hair to a different color. A lighter brown or a green or a yellow or whatever, right? And so if I'm thinking Peter Max stuff, you know, I could definitely,
What?
yeah. and I look at what I'm doing,
Wait, what if you're like, what if my hair like connects to the rest of your body like this?
let me see what you got going here. Oh, so like up here. Okay. So let's say you want like your hair and your chin to be separate, right?
You like make me have like a snatched jawline.
So my eraser tool and my bracket is and then I'm just going to erase.
Whoa.
So now I've got two different sections of black. All right? Level of colors. Instead of 6 to 16 or something like that. Okay. So I'm going to take a break, come around.